Hello everyone. In this video we will see disk scheduling algorithms. The performance of disk storage subsystem is vital considering overall system performance. And we know that the disk is rotating at a constant speed. When a particular track is to be read from the disk, the head must be positioned on that track. The time required to position the head on a particular track is called as a seek time, and the number of tracks traversed is called as a seek length. So these two values must be less to get the good performance. For this purpose, we have different disk scheduling algorithms. So we will see the 4 disk scheduling algorithms in this video. So we have this first as a FIFO, that is also called as FCFS, first come first serve, first in first out. Then second we have SSTF, shortest service time first. Then third we have the scan algorithm, and the next we have C-scan algorithm. So to consider this all 4 algorithms, let us see an example where we have given some track numbers and the disk is to be moved to read these track numbers. The sequence of the tracks make the difference in these 4 algorithms. So requested track number sequence is given over here. So we see that requested track numbers are given 55, 58, 39, 18, 90, 160, 150, 38 and 184. And the initial position of a head is given as the initial track number, that is equal to 100. Now let us see the working of these 4 algorithms with these particular requested track numbers. So first we have the FIFO. As the name suggests, first in first out, initially the head is at 100 and the next tracks will be traversed in the sequence of the request. So we will have these tracks traversed. So next track accessed will be 55, then 58, 39, 18, 90, 160, 150, 38 and 184. Now to traverse all these tracks, we have number of tracks traversed in between. So we will write number of tracks traversed here. So from 100 we go to the 55 initially, so that is 45 number of tracks traversed. 55 to 58, 3 tracks. Then we have 58 to 39, 19 tracks. And then we have 21, 72, then 70, then 10, then 112 and 146. So we can find the average number of tracks traversed in this particular example. So that is equal to 55.3. So this average number of tracks traversed is called as average seek length. Now the second algorithm, that is SSTF, shortest service time first we have. So I will again write next track accessed over here and number of tracks accessed. So here we see that as the shortest service time from 100 where we could get with the less time, that is to 90. So on one side we have 90, on other side we have 150, which is our next number of the 100, but 90 is closest, so we select this 90 as the next track after 100, which is the initial track number. So we go to the first track, the head is moved to the first track, that is 90. Then the next to this 90 will be 58 if we consider the next number of the 90. Then we have next to 58, 55, then we have 39, then we have 38 and then 18. After going to the 18, the head must be traversed to the rest of the tracks, that is we have left with the 150, then 160 and 184. So we have these 150, 160 and 184. So number of tracks traversed in this, we can say that we have 10, 100 to 90 we have 10, then we have 90 to 58, 32, then we have 3, then 16, then 1, then here we have 20, then we have next 1, 32 over here, then 10 and 24. Again we find the average seek length over here, that is equal to 27.5. Now the next is scan algorithm, which is also called as elevator algorithm. because it works same way as elevator. Elevator goes in the increasing direction and then decreasing direction. So here we have initial track number as 100. So we'll again write here next track accessed and number of tracks traversed. So here after 100, the initial track we say it goes in the increasing direction. So after 100 we have 150, then we have 160, then we have 184 as the increasing direction. Now after going in increasing direction, it goes in the other direction. So other direction we say that after 184 the next direction could be started with a 90. So we write this as a 90 is the next track. Then we have 58, 55, 39, 38 and 18. So here we have the number of tracks traversed again from 100 to 150, that is 50. Then here we have 10, then 24, then 94, 32, 3, 16, then 1 and 20. So we get the average seek length over here of these all number of tracks traversed will be equal to 27.8. Now the next algorithm, that is C-scan, which is also called as circular scan here. It works initially like a scan. It goes in increasing order, increasing direction once, and then it goes to the minimum and then again increasing order. So it goes in increasing order in any case. Okay. So again I will write here next track accessed and number of tracks traversed. So here initially it is going from 100 to 150, then 160 and then 184. Now after going to 184 it goes to the minimum, which is another direction. We can say the least value, which is 18. Then we have 38, then we have 39, then 55, 58 and then 90. Again we find the number of tracks traversed over here. So that is from 100 to 150, that is 50 initially. Then we have this 10, then 24 here, then 166 for these the maximum to minimum traversal of the tracks. Then we have 20, then we have 1, 16, 3 and then 32. So we find the average seek length over here, average number of tracks, that is equal to 35.8. So if you see the average seek length and the average number of tracks traversed over here, we see that the minimum we get the value for the SSTF and next for the scan and then C-scan and then FIFO. So what we say, the maximum is there for the FIFO. So SSTF is giving best performance considering the distribution algorithms, because we see that the shortest time or the shortest or the closest tracks we are traversing here, and so the average number of tracks will be less, as well as the average seek time also less. In case of FIFO we see that is maximum because it is serving as the requests are coming for the tracks. So we see that the FIFO will give good performance in case of few processes, but the processes are many more, then there is a too much seek length. So in case of scan algorithm we see that it is going to the maximum in one direction and again going to the another direction. So here the movement is too much for these two cases over here, but still we get a good seek length in the scan. Considering the C-scan, which is somewhat differentiated from the scan, is we are going to the minimum over here from 184 to 18 and then again in increasing direction. So here we get the maximum number of tracks to traverse. So it is again giving the very large value of seek length. So considering these all four algorithms, we can compare that the SSTF is good considering the average seek length and average seek time. Let us see the graphical representation of these all four algorithms. So this is the graphical representation. We see here track numbers on the y-axis and the time on the x-axis for every of the four algorithms over here. So in case of FIFO we see that the head is continuously moving in different directions because the requests are served as they are arriving. So we get the maximum seek time and seek length over here. In case of SSTF we see the closest tracks are traversed. So we see the less value, the less differences over here in the SSTF. Then in the scan we see that it is going in the increasing order, increasing direction in this and again going in the other direction here. In case of C-scan we see that it is going in one direction, it is going to the extreme, that is the lowest value 18 over here, and again going in the increasing direction. So we see that the graph is like this. So this graph shows the variations in the track movement or how the track is actually moved on the disk. So this is all about the comparison of 4 algorithms for disk scheduling. Thank you.